and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies side fields ever seen. Lonesome, spiritless, perhaps resting in We've secured the perimeter. Did someone leave an oven door open?
It's heating up.
I'm overheating here.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Seal's ramparts.
Rest in peace, darling.
The sun is out.
Toasty!
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant. Those bony brutes will never make it inside these walls. Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
Gift lead us to triumph. Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
It's easy enough to gain new strength when one is carrying an entire team on one's shoulders.
Have no fear, my friend. I'm determined to prove my worth to you by our...
Gavin. Call me home.
No glory in this death.
I'm dying! Must focus.
Seven, have mercy on your soul! Meet your demise!
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Lieutenant Selenia seems to have sent out some troops to investigate the lighthouse.
Keep an eye out for any survivors. Into the fray once more.
Into the fray once more.
Into the fray once more.
Made a big change on your block for the wear of the good stuff.
Greetings. These stalls are for our diners to work up mighty fine appetite serving the seven.
Hello, taste! To the buttocks, nuts!
What, it was stolen? Gods, what a fool that Roberts is! Taking a bribe in beleaguered old Cyseal. Ah, what was he getting? He has a lot to answer for, but not as much as the one that did the bribing in the first place. Guess your mission is pretty clear, isn't it? Off you go to find this munificent body snatcher. You dare stand here and accuse me of involvement in this sordid affair? You dare accuse a captain?
How can I help you, my friend? By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the... They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon, it took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic... His body is gone? Replaced with that of a sheep? This is all very disconcerting, to say the least. Grave robbed seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless... I myself have none. Even though the rest of the... Now, it may well be established that she is in... I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous...
Sir, no, sir.
Attack! About face! To the buttocks, nuts!
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here. Sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda, I am Septimus, 7th son in a household of 9, legionnaires all. Me and 2 brothers of mine were assigned to Sicile from day 1. Alas, both of them have long since fallen in battle against the dead. But never shall I lose heart. Long as a single legionnaire stands, so fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder, but in my mind, her presumed guilt is a fallacy, and indeed a fabrication. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no such proof exists. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicile. The Council of 7 couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. And what questions are those?
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare. Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you would... The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear it.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice of stone.
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know your plate is full enough to fill you for days. Jake? Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Now I remember. Well, I'm sure the facts will prove me innocent. Keep investigating. You'll see for yourselves in time. Oh, yes, the Fabulous 5. Aren't they simply fantastic? That machine Ahu built is an abomination. It must be stopped at all costs.
a man with many cheeses.
Oh, fancy that.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Well, tuck my tail and call me Bessie. A 2 feet addressing me directly? Huh. Oh, me and my brother Bull have dragged this here cart all. Speaking of Bull, you ought to say hello to him. He's clairvoyant, you know.
Slimy, reeking.
I'm seeing 2 feet approaching me. I'm Bull, the leading clairvoyant in Seal. The 2 feet, of course, most winsome 2 feet, of course. What would you like? I see. Oh dear.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Keep your pleasantries to yourself. What are you doing inside this warehouse, snooping around?
One day you'll show 'em all.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Curtis, proud protector of this house of Legion goods.
This place reeks of orc stench.
This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And I, Sergeant Curtis, have been trusted to guard it.
This place reeks of orc stench.
Report!
Nothing to report, sir.
You never have anything to report.
Isn't that a good thing?
Patience.
Come now, enough
This
doom
place
and
reeks
gloom.
of orc stench.
Cast your gaze instead upon my fair, fanged filly.
Well, a source hunter. About time the council took us seriously. Maybe you can start with the two addict.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her head.
Ah, who better than a proven orc crusher to...
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile. But my friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see creeping along the shore but this lovely orcish lady? For a brief second, as well, perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my soul. A vial of love potion shattered over her head, and when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with...
Ha! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to
I've always had an amateur interest in all things alchemical. When I read in an esteemed periodical from the Wizards of Youthful Gore about an amazing opportunity that could change my life, I had to act fast or lose them. I sent away for the world-famous love potion, available for a limited time only, and it has worked.
You see what a fool my friend has been, spending all his cash on snake oil. And
what kind of monster would lie in a published advertisement? I'm sure the effects of the potion will be...
You see? He'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and you...
She's got to be put down. If this love potion is as dodgy as it sounds, she could come to her vicious senses at any time.
Agreed. I've never met an orc I trusted, charmed or not.
Glad to hear I'm not the only one with common sense around here.
No! She's harmless! Please! You bastard! You had no right!
No right to protect not only you from your own stupidity, but myself and the citizens of Ciceal as well.
It's you we need protection from.
A man in love with an orc? Bloomin' bullfrogs, is he blind, stupid, or both? It's a good thing you advised his friend to run the savage through. Imagine the hell-sent mongrel that would have crawled forth from that union.
I need help. I'll do my best to repay you.
Half-bred mongrels, wicked love potions, unholy union between man and orc. Who can say which was the most terrible aspect?
Report? Still nothing, sir. Suppose there just aren't any thieves.
Your fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my back.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece in there...
These bossmen respect companies. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Daylight was more suited to my nature.
Plenty of fish in the sea.
Maybe the lock can be jimmied.
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that Evelyn. She's out to get me. I know it. Meh. I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they...
Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron now. He's been so busy with his research.
Ma! If you think black sheep are weird, try weir sheep.
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
If one were to reduce the quantity of skull... Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind. But no matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual with the next highest probability. Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making... I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best. Certainly, what would you like to know? The Counselor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years, and still I declare it an act of the Almighty's.
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are? Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Sure. What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him. Quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar with grinning Stephen. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates, they call them. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger, but it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously. Is that so? Well, I handled the corpse myself, indeed, but I hardly knew the man in life. I was shocked when Ahu asked me to come to the crime scene. I arrived at the inn, where the body lay just where it had fallen. The injuries were like nothing I'd ever seen. A single intricate laceration wove like lace around every inch of his... I personally delivered the corpse the short distance to the mortician's house. As far as I know, everything was, as far as a magical murder is concerned, quite normal. You are? I thank you 1,000,000 times for your help. Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone.
Yes, Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life.
Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone.
Thank the Seven.
No, this is highly abnormal. What is this? Lightning!
Pleasure in bidding you farewell. I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend.
Welcome back, Source Hunters. I've been eagerly expecting you. You found another Starstone? Ha-ha! Mere child's play when you know what to look for. And luckily, I do. Do you remember when you first arrived? It's happened again, my friend. Another portal has reignited. The end of time is... It's all connected somehow. You, This place, the void, the stones. Soon we'll have unraveled the whole... You don't imagine that I'd presume to explore it before you? No, that would be most unmannerly. And not to mention, well, No, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just that beyond the portal, I sense a presence that I can't quite account for. It is at once powerful and faint. Perhaps only a shadow, perhaps more. But this is only speculation, of course. Come, let me show you the way. Once you're through...
How might I serve our mission?
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber.
What an impressive room.
So it is. A hall fit for kings.
You. It cannot be you. But it can only be you. But oh, how weak you have become. As weak as you used to be strong. Look up that it has come to this. Woe to the world that it has... He won't believe me, the fiend. But they have come, as I prayed they would.
Well, wouldn't you look fine with a strapping warrior at your side? Or is it mages you prefer? Of course, Chief. But maybe you ought to get rid of some of...
What'll you do if you stumble upon a cast of enraged source crabs? Well, I reckon I'll keep a lookout on the sheltered plain until you lot come to your senses. Medora salutes you, comrades, until we meet again.
Who do you
I haven't
think
the
that
foggiest.
creature in there
But the
was?
eerie bit is that she seemed to know us.
Like you, she is a mystery. But she seems...
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses. That's why, simply because you hunt source, and now I hate. This is a sentiment I'm quite set on one condition.
Very well. There will be no deal.
Agreed. Nothing.
Most gratifying.
Volume 2? But where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Dear me. How the coast reminds me of my long-fled youth. I sailed the sea. I walked. Dear me. How the coast reminds me of my long-fled youth. I sailed the sea. I walked the world.
Woolgraf?
Daemon Daemonium, do you now? Yours is this...
Woolgraf looks at you expectantly. Clearly, he wants to know whether an Woolgraf eagerly catches your gaze with the best...
I could use someone with your specific...
Be welcome,
Woolgraf smiles and shakes your hand in...
According to his diary, this bloke couldn't put down his dogs even after he knew them to be infected.
Who could bear to harm his best friends, especially when they only showed signs but no symptoms of...
He who would let infected beasts... I need a moment to reflect. Some may call me heartless. I'd suggest I know how to make difficult decisions for the greater good.
Compassion, indeed.
Welcome back to
I
Ciąg,
could do with a
Hunter.
cold
The
drink.
Legion greets...
Nemris is the greatest philosopher in the land.
You think that's funny, Private? Sir, no, sir.
Oh, what now? Whom would you have the Legion arrest? Oh, still not finished with that sorry man was stolen? Gods! Yes, yes. Well, I assume it hasn't crawled back to its grave. So have you found any Evelyn? Master Theliron's apprentice? Nice lass, huh? Brewed me a potion once that cured me of a rash more bothersome than a badger down your breeches. You suspect the mayor? Dear me, you couldn't be further from the mark if you lay the blame on a paraplegic cow. The man raised a foundling orc out of the good. Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, whom would you have the Legion arrest?
Robert aided and abetted criminals. He should be arrested immediately.
Absolutely. Without his complicity, the body snatch...
Shame to arrest a man who buried so many legionnaires with military honors, but so be it.
Get the shiny recruit.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Beyond these walls, the dead
Boston's
roam
tighter
free,
than the
Hunter.
treasury.
Be vigilant.
You don't look like you I sincerely hope.
I've got a bone to pick. Well, I've got no... My friend and I collected a quite big pile of edibles from these shambling undead. A smorgasbord on feet, I say. But a band of... If you follow me, I'll lead you straight to him. I bet a hero like you could shake him off in a matter of minutes. I'll lead the way, hero. I'll lead the way here.
Beyond these walls, the dead.
How can the Legion serve you today, Source Hunter? You don't look like you're quite... I sincerely hope you know what you...
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very... Pray, let me be forward with you. Oh, sapling rose, oh, leaf of spring. For my... You would listen to my grievances. Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor.
and secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
You have come, yes. That is most satisfactory. Because the game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. The elves of Gandavon, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, all undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want. And now is almost... I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Color the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh. Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand. The heart around which the orcs of Gazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh, yes. By the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their life. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Maneater, she is nothing but an orc, a cest of nature, one of a misbegotten Victoria. Librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsuckler, give me my revenge! Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail, Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met at...
He is as much a savage as those orcs. And how is Victoria guilty of her tribe's crime if she was but a babe at the time?
Indeed, Victoria probably...
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the Clipper, a magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By all means. People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother me when I'm out for my monthly walk, though. But still, don't mention orcs.
up if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Urrak! What mayhem. Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those muddy boots. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal. Calling his petty Ula. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. That band of... oh, I don't even know what to call... Kaj'Dinor. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't... So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. Hashizm bil Kushmz, my amulet. But it is Haxmaji, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul. Like that, I guess. I cannot say that it is. I do this very reluctantly, but fine. Have my talisman. May it fool the elf.
There's more holes than a slice of this fine almond there.
Fortune! Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great!
They say he's pretty...
Here I wait for thee in the dark. But the star... Yes. Yes. Have you made the orc? Yes. So it is. So it is. By Angus, the Impaler's favourite steak, you've done well by me. Oh, Ravager of Gazaldagar, the last of their line is...
Problem than a set of silver arrows.
a big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Potatoes. Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fry-up. Let us see if you can choose the finest greens. Potions to bemuscle you. Scrolls to entussle you. Heavenly herring. Delicious dogfish. Yours for a scrap of gold each.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more hose than a slice of this fine Corbin land.
Ah, hello, proportionate.
With many cheeses.
Heavenly herring. Delicious dogfish.
Sauce hunters, eh? All right, proper. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night like me dear plump Ogget, the finest in me herd. That louse! Did he even bother grilling a single luscious chop? I bet he wasted every last morsel. Let him rot. I bet Tim Fred's been strung up by his ears by now, the devilish thing.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapours?
Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know your plate is full enough to fill you for days.
Woolgraf gives you a knowing look. He seems to think the mayor is a
I hope there are no large hunters around, or the mayor may find himself easily hunted.
Stir and churn.
What on earth would an...
Did someone leave an oven door open?
Dragon's breath.
Warm as dragon's breath. Baking like
Good
a
luck
cake.
out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Sightseal's ramparts.
What a deluge!
What a deluge!
How could that happen?
We are exalted above all others. On the men.
Looks like more of the Legionnaires sent to investigate the lighthouse.
Stay sharp, or we'll end up the same. Ironclad and fleet of foot, I'm invincible. Wherever in Rivellon you lead, I will follow.
slowly to sustain me.
Warm as dragon's breath.
What goes up must come down.
I'm wet! Don't explode! I'm wet!
Now you know the reach of my power.
No glory in this death. I need to dry off.
Please assist me, friends!
I guess someone else got here first.
Unless you're prepared to face the strongest ghost alive.
Having a bully day? I'm having a bully day. Pushing, pulling, lifting. Look at them muscles, huh? Just like my days at the fair. I used to sail the 7 seas with the best of them. Better than the best of them. But found my true calling. Now those were swell times. How people marveled at my feats of strength. Boy, was I the cat's pajamas. Now, I'm not a violent guy. Don't get me mad, you know there's no harm in a little roughhousing now and again. Putting on a show for the roaring crowd. Plenty challenged me in those days, but none managed to best Snort. Scrawny against Brawny. Could have been a night title fight at the fair. I'm gonna summon an item. Something only Snorri himself could smash. And if you can manage to break it in 35 seconds, you'll have won the challenge. Noodle arms? So, what are you made of?
Too far to lose to such foes.
Just as I suspected. Let Snorri show you how it's done. That was easy as cherry pie. What else have you got, huh? Put 'em up.
Face the unending darkness.
An invigorating fight that was. And what a killing blow you delivered.
You had better save your petty compliments and learn from my example. That would serve us both.
Gladly I'll learn from your...
The seven grant abundance!
My kingdom for a dry shirt!
As good as a new penny.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Oh, thank the seven. Lucia, it's the Source Hunter. We're not going to die on this haunted cliff.
Who's dying? We're just resting up. The calm before the storm. Though there's certainly something fishy happening. The light shines sure as the tides. Though there's not been an attendant there for nearly 2 decades.
What Selenia failed to mention was that it wasn't just the ghosts at the lighthouse we had to worry about. It was every savage skeleton on the way there and back too.
Survival of the fittest, I say. We're just...
Ha! Marshalling our strength, indeed. To be honest, we've been shaking like chihuahuas, praying...
Ah, Malleus, your dignity's in a puddle at your feet. As for me, an odd... So, what do you say, Source Hunter? Will you check out the lighthouse in the name of your comrades in arms?
You'll go to the lighthouse and straighten matters out, yes?
The further we go, the more bodies we find heaped around.
We must be closing in on where they were headed.
I can defeat them all in a blow.
Freedom from the is but a distance from your grave.
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake. Melts before my eyes. Soaked to the skin.
On the mend!
I was really hoping to find something better.
What's this? Living eyes that can see the shape of death? Avert your gaze, wanderer, for you are looking upon the... Samson was my name, a long time ago. I know not why upon my death I became a ghost. If so, their punishment was just. Each night, that indeed is the tainted title I must bear, and deservedly so. For 15 years ago to the day it was that I sat atop my lighthouse. Deliberately had I forgone to do my duty. Why did I commit this act of blackest horror? Jealousy, anger, the bitter anguish of a broken heart. Those are the ancient ills that drove me to madness. Desdemona was on board, as I knew she would be. My wife, possessed as I was by the demons of envy, ire, and torment. I decided that yet no sooner had the water closed its spuming jaws around the perishing vessel below, that the extent of my offense dawned on my beleaguered mind. Overcome with guilt, I saw skeletons roam the lands, restless as my troubled soul, but shall not find their lair here. These walls, my home, my hell. I may have died, but my guilt lives on and on. The ship, the waves, the cold, wild sea. Dearest Desdemona, I see your eyes before me still. Were that I could crown in their endless azure and end this torment.
I've spotted something interesting.
My home, my hell. I may have died, but my guilt lives on and on.
What a deluge!
How did it go? Don't spare any details.
Now that's an interesting story. Clean the grit from your ears and I'll tell you all about it.
Don't let them off so easily. These gas bags shouldn't reap a single benefit from their cowardice.
If Samson keeps being bothered about his troubled past, he may turn from regretful to hostile. Best to leave him be and tell the tale us.
I've always known you to be just and honest. Does letting these soldiers claim esteem?
All right, we'll do it your...
Be that way. If you nobodies could do it, we'll have no problem performing the inspection act.
We win! Get out of my way!
Struck by lightning.
need to dry off. You are well within my range now.
Without aid, I will expire soon.
Opens to welcome you.